Well, here I am again, allowing myself to be fully seen. Again, thank you for witnessing me. Today, I wanted to share a little bit about cacao and the mother wound. Now, some of you may have never heard of the mother wound. Others of you are more familiar with it. I know when I first started working with cacao 10 years ago, I had never heard of it. And yet, my first experience with cacao, she allowed me to heal the mother wound. So I'll share a little bit more about that experience. That my first experience was that breaking open that I shared in one of my initial videos, but there was more to the story. So as the presence of Mama Cacao, as we call her, or the cacao spirit, came into my body, my rational, logical mind went, "Wait a minute, how do I get this her out of my body somehow?" Feeling that I needed to. And so I just sort of didn't know what to do. And so I just allowed her presence to be there. And then, and this is going to sound a little crazy, but welcome to my world. I felt myself birthing her out of my womb. So it was this miraculous experience. I have never given birth to a child myself. I have, stepchildren. And yet I gave birth to Mama Cacao. So it felt as if I was birthing myself, birthing her. And so there was this incredible sensation of healing myself and this as being a mother, right, to myself. And, there's also a term called reparenting, where we learn to give ourselves what we may not have received as a child from either of our parents. But we can, as adults, we can give that to ourselves. So what was so interesting about this experience was that my relationship with my mother then changed. Simply energetically. I didn't do anything in particular. Certainly the voice within myself and the voice of Mama Cacao, the cacao spirit, the divine, was within me, and it was a very loving, compassionate voice. And so I found myself, when I was in conversation with my mother, having that loving voice come in and feeling so much compassion for her and everything that she had experienced that made her who she was, everything that she inherited was conditioned, in her own life and how she raised myself and my sister. And that changed. I was able to have so much more compassion for her and really see her. And then what happened was my relationship to the feminine, to women, other women in my lives, friends and colleagues and women I met, changed. I had always been much more comfortable with men, with the masculine. And all of a sudden I was finding I wanted to hold space for women. I joined a women's co-working space at the time. I was very comfortable being with the feminine. And it all shifted in that moment, right? So this is what's possible, is to heal our mother wound, which then ripples out, has this ripple effect of affecting all of our relationships with all of the women in our lives. To have so much more compassion and openness and sisterhood which is something I had never had in my life. So this is what's possible with cacao when we work with her really deeply and intentionally. I would love to support you in that journey. I have so many resources available on my website to support you. I offer virtual ceremonies. I offer coaching and counseling and mentoring. So if you feel called to go deeper with cacao, or even begin your journey with cacao, just know there is so much support available to you. So I look forward to supporting you here again, and hopefully to seeing you in some other way. So blessings to you on your journey.